Welcome back to WBTV News on Bounce. We have way too much fun in the commercial break.
We do. We're jamming to a theme song from Dirty Dancing.
Yes,
you can kind of hear it in the background there.
And we always have fun on Tuesday because Mama Mack is here.
We were jamming. And Delano was like, you can't get down to that song, Time of My Life. You absolutely can.
Sure can.
We were doing it.
We worked it.
That's how we roll. We won't talk about how you were doing.
No.
He was trying to imitate Elaine from Seinfeld. That episode, if you haven't seen it, YouTube it.
You need to
and he did bear a frightening resemblance to Elaine.
So I got that better than I got the Denzel Washington impersonation.
I don't know what that was.
All right, good deal.
The only person who got it was producer Amanda.
And I love Amanda for that. By the way, okay, let me move on then because I'm just dissing me. The story is still getting a lot of buzz, right? Cam Newton's touchdown dance. I mean, tell me, I got a cup here, I'm sorry. The touchdown dance.
It's your world, homie. We just in it.
It's against Tennessee, right?
Right.
I mean, okay, I want to get everybody's opinion on this.
Right.
The Titans fan wrote a letter to the Panthers quarterback. It was published on our news partner's website, the Charlotte Observer. It's actually pretty good. Rosemary Plorin of Nashville says she took her daughter to the game and got a close-up view of Newton's conduct in the fourth quarter. Did you see the dance in there that was going on? She says the chest puffs, pelvic thrusts, arrogant struts, and the in-your-face taunting of Titans players and fans were unacceptable for a role model. Plorin says she knows Newton has amazing talent. There you see it again. But believes his behavior on the field represented poor sportsmanship. The Observer also published a Panthers fan response to her letter. Thomas Cochran of Charleston says Rosemary is mistaken about Cam. He says Cam is a role model to thousands of kids, especially off the field. He also mentioned that he was having trouble understanding why Cam's dancing offended the woman and her daughter, but that of the cheerleaders was okay.
Because the woman said in her letter that she instructed her her daughter to focus on the cheerleaders instead of Cam.
Right.
We all know what the NFL cheerleaders look like, right?
Sometimes.
And
yes.
what they wear
Yes,
and how they dance.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Mama Mack, your thoughts on Cam's touchdown dance?
I really didn't see anything wrong with it to take and watching the clip just then. I did.
Pelvic thrust?
Pelvic
Were
thrust.
you watching the same thing we were, ma'am?
I mean,
I didn't see the pelvic thrust.
I just where he raised his leg and,
there it is. There it is. What?
Watch, yeah.
Well, he does the dab. That's the little dab thing. That's the new dance he said he got from his brother.
Yeah.
I
Was that a pelvic thrust? I don't know if she knows what a pelvic thrust is.
I think sometimes we read too much into stuff, and to say that he's not being a role model there,
well,
I mean, there are some that say, yeah, he's arrogant, and that's over-celebrating, and he was kind of taunting him, because that's why the Titans, rose up like that.
They're
but,
9-0.
9-0.
So, I mean,
I mean, he's backing it up right now. You can call him arrogant, but he is backing it up. He is a substantial part of the reason why we're 9-0.
He's definitely.
But to redirect to the cheerleaders, man, Tony, our audio dude, is on it with the sound effects tonight.
Really
I'm
is.
loving it, Tony. I'm loving it. What do you think?
Come on, look.
A bit much there at the end, I thought.
It's a bit
much. He does the great job where he goes and gets I think really his only thing he should do, if you ask me, is to go grab the football and give it to the kids.
So you think no celebratory dance? Because other people do that.
I'm just not a big fan of a quarterback doing the celebratory dance. I mean,
did you ever do a celebratory dance?
Yeah, we got penalized back in the day. We did they used to call it the fun bunch. We got it from the Rochester Redskins, and we scored and we jumped up and we got penalized, and I didn't see action for like the next quarter. Because that's how we rolled at Georgia Southern. We played by the rules. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, let's move on.
You ready to get off your soapbox?
Yeah,
I mean, you can keep on.
I'm done. By the way, we have I said this before? We have 6 championships at Georgia Southern. We call them 6 flags over Georgia.
And the beat goes on.
Okay, we can move on now. I'm sorry, I got that here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we go. Go ahead.
Okay. The mother of an 8th grader in Toronto says her daughter was told to change her hair by the principal. The 13-year-old decided to wear her natural hair pulled back. She says her middle school principal, who is also black, said that her hairstyle was, quote, too puffy, unprofessional, and that no one would hire her with hair like that. The principal gave her a scrunchie and told her she would be sent back to the principal's office if she ever wore her hair like that again. The 8th grader says she cried because she didn't see what the big deal was about. So, Mama Mack, you're natural, have been for some time, way before it was like the thing to do.
Yes.
What would you say to young girls who get treated in a similar manner?
Well, I think as far as the principal goes, and her comment, first of all, is that what she should have done was maybe said or taken her to get it professionally styled. That way she could see the difference versus telling her to give her a crunchy, you pull your hair back. You know, if you want to do something, show somebody how to be in a positive light, I would think that you would say, okay, that's what I would do. I would say, come, let me take you and you can see or whatever. But to say that you'll never be hired and because you got this poofy look, no.
It's not her,
nobody's ever
coming. It's not her place to say something like that.
No, it's not her place to say. And if her mother's okay with it, hey.
And I have a bone to pick with this because I feel like there's a stigma attached to having natural hair, you know, and I went natural hair on the air a few years ago, and while most of the comments were by and large, you know, positive, there were people who said it looks unkempt, it's unprofessional, it's unflattering, and I just feel like it's sending the wrong message. Like, I can't tell you how many, to sort of juxtapose that, how many women of color have come to me and said, I love that you're doing this. I love that my daughter is able to see you. It's expanding the standards of beauty and what is viewed as acceptable for a job in television news. It's the same thing that women of color in corporate America have been dealing with. Can they wear braids? Can they wear locks? Can they wear dreads? Can they wear, you know, an afro, a TWA, what's called a teeny weeny afro, without being stigmatized? And the fact that this was a woman of color saying this to a young girl of color, I also have a really big problem with that. And what does your hair look like, ma'am? I'm sorry, I'm on my box, and I'm sorry. But I really, like, lift as we climb. That's what we need to do. Especially when it comes to our young girls.
I was saying, if you're going to make a comment like that, at least take her and, you know, show her, well, you know, maybe you need a little trim, whatever. But, you know, don't put the girl totally down because she's wearing her hair natural.
Constructive criticism is what
Very much so.
Yes, good deal.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to ask you about our sound-off topic tonight. A school principal says a student could face charges if he doesn't stop passing love notes to a girl in class. And
that's silly.
And I think, I don't know if we need to go back and read everything. It's a kid who he expressed his, which we've done
he said
before
the little girl's eyes sparkled like diamonds. There was nothing untoward in there. The kids were teasing them, saying he wanted to see her naked. He never said anything about that. He said her eyes sparkled like diamonds.
But if the
little boy said that to me when I was in elementary school, I'd be smiling from ear to ear.
If you said, okay, enough, don't send me anymore, then you would expect it to stop, correct? I think that's what the problem is.
Did he continue to?
I think there was a second time that he said it again.
There was a second time that he did.
And she had responded to the initial one?
Yes, and she had said she wanted it to stop.
Oh, Lord.
Well, at that age, I mean, you think boys have cooties. Like, let's have a little context here. They're 9. Let's not forget that. You know, I mean,
it's a bit much. I think it's a bit much.
But do you remember when it was like, do you like me? Check yes, check no. Like, harmless.
I did that yesterday.
And now we're going to... Did they check no? I'm sorry.
Let me just tell you.
Out of my mouth before
Let me just tell you, I
realized
can handle rejection.
Of course you can.
I'm confident in my own skin.
Yes, you are.
All right.
I love it. But I don't... I really
he's a black George Clooney. You ain't know it. Confirmed bachelor. Well, not even, you know, before George got there.
I got you. What
were you going to say, Mom Mac? Did you have anything else to say?
I don't have that. I was just going to say I think it's ridiculous because when little guys pass notes, that's, you know, that's the way they're coming out thing, you know.
Yeah.
And girls who say, no, I don't want to, that's the little prissy
fine
thing.
Too, exactly.
You know?
But again,
for adults, every time adults intervene in something like that, they just blow it way out of proportion.
And when they should intervene, hello sexting.
Thank you. Yes.
We get crickets.
Yeah,
just saying.
I'm gonna stop that. Yeah.
Just saying.
Mama Mac always.
We have the time for just a few comments.
Okay,
we do. Producer Amanda, here we go. LaRue saying people need to worry about dangers going on. Kids need to be able to show love and compliment each other at that age. They are not making life nasty. It's the mind of the adults reading it that's nasty. Renee Hovis saying at 9 years old, I don't even think it's meant to be as sexual as they're trying to make it. What about the classmates with the comments? Bradley Cunningham weighing in saying 9-year-olds know more than we want to believe. The comments the other students made are exactly why notes like that are inappropriate. And why is he passing notes and not paying attention to what the teacher is teaching anyway?
The girl's got his eye.
All valid points. I mean...
She had eyes like diamonds.
I mean... And you know what they say about diamonds.
Hello.
Girls best friend.
In about 10 years, she
anyway.
could be like, man, why was I so up in arms about that?
right.
I guess.
That's right.
Yes.
Remember how you
Crazy.
felt about guys at that age? You were probably not impressed.
All right.
We have been on one tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Is that how you ended
Mama
the
Mack,
later?
always
All
good.
right.
Thank you.
Always good to
I
see
had
you.
very little to say.
You-
I'm sorry, I had a moment about
That's
the natural
okay.
hair
That's what
because
this
that
is all about.
really
That's what this is all about.
love
This
it.
segment.
burns me. You know,
Zip.
people who want to say, I don't like it. Well,
Roll
good thing
over.
it's not yours, boo.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
See y'all.
We'll be back. I'm going to get it together.